Well, these are the morning newspapers in Russia, which are covering the plane crash, but not necessarily as you might expect. This is the official state newspaper, Rossiyskaya Gazeta. Its headline, Closed Skies. It is focusing on the disruption to air travel over Ukraine. Inside the headline is the path to peace, with a picture of Vladimir Putin with the head of the Orthodox Church, Patriarch Kirill. It focuses on the minute's silence that President Putin held with his officials, the allegations against Ukraine, but the bulk of the article is about the Russian saint's holiday that they were celebrating together, which commemorates a saint famous for the gathering of Russian lands, and Putin's comments that the only way to peace is through love and unity. This is Moscowski Komsomolets, which headline is Requiem for Flight MH17. This is a fairly straightforward article expressing condolences from the Ministry of Transport. But over here is a picture of the refrigerated train in the town of Terez, and the headline, Who is stopping the experts from getting to the crash site? And it features an appeal from the separatist organisation, the Donetsk People's Republic, urging international experts to get to the scene and wondering why they are not there yet, which a lot of people would consider quite interesting given the allegations that it is in fact members of separatist organisations who are preventing them from getting access to the site. This is Kommersant, which tends to be much more balanced in its coverage, and which headline is The Debris of the Boeing Will Fall on Russia. It does go into the allegations that Russia supplied the missile system to the separatists and the danger that sanctions will now follow. And as you can see, the picture of US Secretary of State John Kerry. Komsomolskaya Pravda is a heavily pro-Kremlin tabloid, and its headline is similarly provocative. It says, if the Boeing was shot down, who stands to gain? And inside, its answer to that is the responsibility for the tragedy rests with Ukraine. And again, a picture of President Putin and Patriarch Kirill. Vedomosti is a business daily which you might expect to be quite concerned about the economic sanctions potentially coming Russia's way. Its front page, though, is a story about Prokhorov's party will change its name. Inside, it does go into it in some detail. It does say Moscow will answer for the rocket. Finally, Novaya Gazeta. Now, I am holding the front page like this because there is an extremely graphic image which we're not going to show to you. It is very shocking, and they have turned it into a full front page here. Novaya Gazeta is one of the only mainstream opposition newspapers in Russia. The headline is We Declare Mourning. It's a very moving first-person account of the scenes that they have seen at the crash site, of the bodies that they have witnessed there. It's asking very searching questions, and inside there is a double-page spread that does cover the fact that pro-Russian separatists in Ukraine are alleged to have had access to this missile system. But this is a paper with a very low circulation, and it's worth just remembering that as far as the polling goes, more than 90% of Russians say they get their information from the television. A tiny percentage read newspapers. So a fraction of the population will be seeing any of these newspaper articles, and an even smaller fraction the information which is in this opposition newspaper.